Okay, what is up YouTube? Welcome back for the first time to Kerbal Space Program. Yep. For those who don't know, this is a physics simulator game based around building and launching your own spacecraft and basically just running your own space program. Hence, Kerbal Space Program. I've been playing the demo for a while, but I only recently got the full version, which is infinitely better. So, yeah. I hope to be starting with the basics and moving up to interplanetary travel. Let's jump right into this. So, we're going to load a spacecraft that I've already made. I call it the VersiCraft because it's very versatile. Load. Okay. Zoom out a bit. So, basically, we've got this enormous ship. Lots of engines, big fuel tanks. What are those? Monster engines, I don't know. Big engines, lots of fuel, lots of space, and we are going to try and establish orbit around Kerbin. We're going to start pretty basic doing that. And I've already done that once, but I want to do it again because I want to establish a higher orbit. If we go back, I'll show you the previous mission, which, as you can see, the orbit is rather close to Kerbin. So I would like to establish an orbit. What is this? That's at what, like 200,000 meters, roughly? I want to establish an orbit closer to like 500,000. So, yeah. We're going to jump into this and hope to establish a 500,000 meter orbit. That's the objective for this mission. Yeah. So, not going to waste time building a new ship because the ship will work perfectly fine. And, oop, you going to work? Yes, you are. Okay, good. Oh, and it's nighttime. Interesting. Okay. So, this ship has fared well in the past. Who do we have for crew today? Neldon, Willen, and what does that say? Joyster Kerman? I don't know. We've got a crew of, I don't know. They look kind of like red shirts to me. Okay, so let's get going. Let's turn on the SAS. And let's get going. So let's get a countdown going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lift off. Okay. A little bit of wiggle. Check that. A lot of wiggle. And a lot of lag, too. As we expected, this is a very big game. So, yeah. Hopefully we experience less lag in the future. The counter says I'm getting a good solid 4 frames per second, which isn't bad for this section of the journey, but it's still not ideal for the future, for future missions. Because, especially with like landings, so I'd like to have more frames so I can actually see what I'm doing. And the frame rate's going down too. Fantastic. Let's check the map. Let's go around here. Okay, we're doing good. Start doing a gravity turn now. Try and get us on a heading. Whoa, that's a bit too much. Okay. That was a very bad gravity turn. It's a nice view. See the entire edge of Kerbin. The sun's coming up over there. T-minus a minute and 43 seconds into the mission. And we're doing good. Let's check the map again. Check the forward stages. Oh, I heard something explode. I do not like the sound of that. Okay. Let's bring that apoapsis out a little bit further. Now, for those who don't play, Kerbal Space Program, the apoapsis is basically the highest point on your flight. So, cut the engines now, and we're gonna wait. And once we get up pretty close to that mark, we are going to we're going to burn sideways to pull that orbit out. And for those who don't know, and who may be thinking, hey, that orbit's going to be lower than that one, by the time you establish like an even orbit, this is probably going to be closer to somewhere out here. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to try and angle ourselves. As you can see, there's this little ball down here which shows you how your ship is oriented. So we're going to try and get about to the 90-degree mark. And we're going to turn on our RCS, which is basically like jet-powered navigation systems. I'm not really sure how to describe it, but yeah. So we want to get down to about there. And hold. That's the thing about the ship, is it gets a bit heavy for the RCS to handle, because the RCS module's actually up on the top section. Okay, settle, amigo. Settle. No, it's taking far too long. Okay, stay. Nope, stay. Okay. No. Hey, we're gonna come pretty close to the Versicraft with its crew. Okay. We're experiencing some minor technical difficulties here. So we're going to actually throttle up. Start extending out our apoapsis, or our track of flight. And I'm going to actually go out of the map for a second and see if I can't see. Should be somewhere up there. Nope, not close enough. Came pretty close though. And I don't like how close we are to that debris. I hope we don't accidentally hit that debris. That was this stage down here on the previous mission, on the previous orbit mission. So hopefully we don't hit that, because that would not be very good. I don't want to hit that. See, that's just going to fall down to the planet, but that is going to stay in orbit forever because we ejected it in orbit. And I ejected it completely wrong, because I'm a noob. So we're going to wait until that. Okay, so now I want to expand the periapsis a little bit. I want to actually get that apoapsis out a little bit further, to like 360, 70, 80, 90. Okay. We're going to cut the engines at 406,000 meters. So our apoapsis, which is basically the highest point of our flight, is out at 400,000 meters, and I'm going to expand that further as we go. But then our periapsis, which is basically the low point of our orbit, is there. So when establishing orbit, basically what you want to do is you want to get up to like right before your apoapsis and then burn, because that'll expand your periapsis. and then they'll get about even. And it's hard to establish like a perfect orbit. On this one, it's off by I think like 2,000 meters, which I think's fine. I let it go. What do you mean the ship's under acceleration? It's not under acceleration. You. Oh, that was too. Oh, I'm gonna have to look at this. What's that? Which one is that? Is that that? I think that's the previous lander, right over there on the horizon. Yeah. There's the Mun. And yeah, nice view. So, what do you mean I'm under acceleration? I'm not under acceleration. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to relog to solve this problem, so I will be back in a minute. See you in a minute. Okay, I'm back. And I managed to solve this problem by just relogging, exiting out of this ship's the flight window and just going back to the space center. And okay, let's time this right and go. Okay, we've got a minute and 29 seconds to reorient ourselves onto the onto that mark there. That this little orange thing here is basically where you want to be burning. So, yeah. And I want to be burning about on that. Oops, sorry. I want to be burning about there. Stay. No. If you can't hear it, I'm currently mashing my keyboard, attempting to stop that. So now let's bring our speed up a bit, and we're going to begin expanding that out. And we want that to be at about 400,000 meters. So I want to... So then another 100,000 meters to go. Okay. 407, 357, 408. Okay, here's the delicate part, so I think I'm just gonna warp ahead. No, not again! So actually, I might consider expanding my apoapsis out to like... Let's try and get as close to 500,000. Let's go out to 550 then. 7, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Okay. 550,000 meters will be our orbit. So, I'll be back in a second again.